I still really like that I had Sword and Shuto going about not being from America.
Yeah, you actually had her going for about a minute.
Yeah, until when she asked about where I was from originally, and I needed time to come up with a really interesting name of a place that like sounds legit that you wouldn't see it on the map. I'm a trickster.
Yeah, I suppose you are. The one thing I have noticed is I actually, when I'm around relatives, my drawl comes out much more pronounced.
Yes, when you are around a group of people that speak a certain way, you tend to. I was with Jared Knatzer, and I was sitting with him, and he was talking normal, the way he always talks around me. One of his church members calls him, he gets on the phone, and automatically starts talking like he's deep south.
No. Okay. I gotta get past this guy. For some reason, this guy... Well, admittedly, that is one of the difficult parts.
Use that OP beat.
Yeah, if I'm... You can already hear it because I'm dropping my G's. If I'm talking to say, Aunt T or Uncle Barry, much of the time I will really drop into it just almost instantly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking to Uncle Barry, I'm going to talk kind of like this. Oh, it's good to talk to you, Uncle Barry. Really happy to talk to you. Yeah, how you been? You been good? Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I mean, it's almost like my register drops almost.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand.
Okay. Try to get by this. Come on. I just want to get by this guy. Thank you. There's probably a weapon that works really well against him, but I have never figured out what it is, and I don't care.
He's not your focus.
He's not my focus.
Your focus is Dr. Wily.
I'm gonna probably die to this, but that's okay. And he does this. That's up. We gotta get through this. We've gotta defeat the evil Dr. Wowie.
Dr. Wowie. I'm hunting rabbits.
Oh, remind me sometime I have to show you my YouTube channel. I have a video. I was, for a while, I was doing, the VHS to DVD transfers.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going through some of my old tapes, and I had an old tape for a video game store from the 90s. Like the late 80s, early 90s.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That does sound interesting.
It was like, wow, this is so local, low, no real quality commercial. It's so 90s it hurts.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so you can take VHSs and put them on DVDs?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I had my own business for a little bit.
I will pay you to transfer all my Pokemon movies on DVDs.
You want your Pokemans transferred?
I want my Pokemans transferred.
Although, honestly, if you wanted a good quality, you could probably just rebuy them on DVD for next to nothing.
That's true at this point, yeah. I'm gonna have a bit of money from this week's check, and I may or may not be getting a Christmas bonus tomorrow. Ooh, the Christmas bonus, I really want to set up that savings account. But with the little bit of money I have left over, I might buy those, or I really want to try and get the software or the hardware or whatever I need to stream with my 3DS. Which, by the way, Joel, I told Joel what you did for my computer, and I think he would be willing to pay you to do it for his as well.
Oh, excellent. I could always stand and have a little extra change.
Oh.
unemployed, all that.
Indeed.
I could just get enough people to get me to service their computers every now and then. I could probably make do, at least in the interim. I mean, I wouldn't have insurance or anything, but...
Yeah. Which, viewers, if we get enough people, we could start our own Patreon, and we could start giving the viewers
thing is, I don't know how I feel about having, like, a Patreon.
I've never really...
I mean, I understand the concept, and in fact, I always thought if I was, back when I was going to be a lawyer, I was going to, get all this money, and I was going to be a patron for some artists that I really liked.
Yeah.
And I was to pay them so that they could do art. So I get the idea in it, but it's like people paying me to exist. It makes me feel weird.
People paying me to exist. I get what you're saying.
I mean, technically they're paying you in the hopes that you will provide future content, much like with patrons of the arts.
And to get the bonuses that you provide for said
Well,
content.
yeah, that's true.
Like with the Dex and that one gamer, the Completionist, they have all kinds of bonus content that you can get for helping them out with their Patreon. Including like the week of podcasts, live streams, all kinds of neat stuff.
Well, another thing is, I don't know if I would want people to pay me to do this. I mean, it would be nice, but it's one of those things where if you start getting paid to do something, it becomes a job.
Yes, I understand.
And I don't ever want this to not be something I'm doing because it's fun and I enjoy it. That's not it.
One of the blog sites that I review for, I'm not going to name it
Wave?
right now.
Oh, it is Wave.
But it definitely has become very taxing when the show, like before, I would watch the show would be coming on, and I'm like, yes, I'm so excited. But now the show that I review, it's like, oh man, that means I have to set aside X amount of hours the next day so I can write a review.
Exactly, and admittedly, one of the things about Patreon, about having people pay you to do this, is it gives you a really strong incentive to, do regular updates. To not just, because then it's not just, oh, I don't feel like it. It's like, oh, people have paid, giving me money, and the expectation that I'm going to produce content. So I can't, I don't know. I guess right now I don't want to even think about money in relation to this, just because I don't expect that we will ever make any money from this, and I play games because I enjoy them, and I share them with people because I enjoy sharing things I enjoy and care a lot about. What did I use on him?
I understand. I know with Twitch, you have to be streaming with them for X amount of years before you can get the sub button, where people can start subscribing and paying $5 monthly.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that. I was wondering about that. I was curious.
Yes, because I technically am still subscribed to Chivi's channel. He gets $5 a month from me every month.
So can people still just, without having to pay, subscribe to you now?
They can follow, and like whenever they come up.
Tell me that meant. Do I have to repeat him now? We killed each other. Oh, I do have to.
Oh man.
We killed each other again. That's funny and kind of tragic.
Isn't that the same exact one you both killed?
No, I think it's a different one.
Oh, okay. Like, people can follow our channel, which we encourage you to, and that just means that whenever you first get on Twitch, when you go to the people, when you see who's online that you're following, we will be there on that list.
And what's the difference then between that and subscribing?
Subscribers, for a lot of channels, for bigger channels, get certain, like, chat bonuses, and, like, for multiplayer games online, you can get sub-battles. A lot of channels will have, like, an hour or two where just the people that subscribe to them can challenge them on the video game.
Okay, so it's kind of like, to draw a comparison, it's kind of, Not Star Crash. So in other words, it's kind of like, no, it's not Star Crash.
It's pretty much the same thing as Patreon for YouTubers. You get little bonuses and you get content first.
Oh, I used gyro attack. I'm almost out of gyro attack. I'll go ahead and use my M-Tank. Alright.
That was amazing.
So it's kind of like how with Now Playing Podcasts, the show is free, but well, not subscribers, but people who donate to their fundraising drives get bonus podcasts.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
But the followers can still watch the stream when it's subs only. It's just like sometimes they'll make it to where only subs can chat, and only subs can participate in the multiplayer game. But yeah, the subs, they do get a little extra content. In the chat, you can have it to where subs can have access to certain emoticons that you create.
Huh.
Which I think is awesome. If I ever get a logo for Second Tier Guardian that I like, I think it would be awesome to have Second Tier Guardian emoticons.
So, how long have you been doing in terms of following people on Twitch?
I have been following people since late September, early October.
Okay.
Not very long.
So you probably weren't part of Twitch Plays Pokemon.
No, but I've been listening to the Dex podcast, and every segment they do a Pokemon news, and for a while they were talking about how they went through with the Fire Red version.
That was
that was being like national recognition.
Well, it's such a crazy idea. I mean, it's crowdsourced video game playing, and yet somehow they managed to beat the game.
And they were doing other versions too.
Yeah,
they went on to Crystal.
They've done.
I don't know how many more they did.
Yeah, they did a couple. It's you know what the truth is. I think that was probably one of the best things for Twitch, because that was I think the first time I really heard anything about Twitch.
And now I go on their Twitch Plays Pokemon, and I think it's like a 24-hour thing where they have it set up with some software, and it's completely randomized Pokemon and Pokemon movesets that fight each other all the time.
Oh.
Which is kind of neat.
So it's no longer crowdsourced, it's just random.
But like you place bets on the game, though.
Oh.
I don't really get how that works.
Like real money or just...
Well, I think it's like in-chat money.
Okay.
I don't understand it. It starts getting really complicated.
Alright, Dr. Wily's Sheen. Whoa! I guess I'll go ahead and... Might as well use an E-Tank. I've got plenty of them.
E-Tank! When do you use Beat?
Oh, shoot, Beat. I'll show him. I'll try and show him. Tell you what, I'll use Beat on the last Dr. Wily. How's that?
Oh, so there's more after this.
Of course there's more after this.
Why do I keep asking? Oh no!
Maybe use an E-Tank. By the way, Beat is the best thing to use on Dr. Wily's last form.
Because he always shows you where he's at. That's awesome. Beat is the bomb. Not doing a whole lot of damage.